So I'm going to give you a takeaway that, again, some of you might have heard, but this is a really big one from a standpoint of how do we take the people that we meet, qualify them that there's someone that we could potentially be a strategic partner with, and have a great meeting with them where everyone wins. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for some kind of win. They're looking for some kind of win. How do we put that together? Okay? And surprisingly, we're going to break it into two sections. The first is called T-Lend. It's a T. L-E-N-D. Okay, that's an acronym for what I'm looking for in a good strategic partner. If they don't have these 5 criteria, they're probably not as qualified as I'd like them to be. And I'm treating myself as a baseball player, as a baseball scout, I should say, from the standpoint of I'm looking for talent, I'm looking for someone who's going to follow through and be a good player on my team. And if somebody can't play at a pro level, I'm probably going to send them back down to the minors or below the minors. Okay? If they can play at the right level, I have to play at the right level. If I'm a minor league and they're major league, I'm in trouble. Okay? So we have to improve our networking skills to play at that level. So T is they have to be trustworthy. Okay? What does that mean? Do I know that Charlie's trustworthy in an hour conversation? Probably not. Okay? I mean, for all I know, he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff on the side that I don't know about. Right? I know Charlie well enough. That's probably the truth. No, it's not. But did he show up on time for the meeting? Okay. Did he reschedule with me 3 times? Is he so busy and so kind of out of sorts all the time that he's just not going to be someone that I can count on? I consider that trust, because when someone makes a commitment to do something and they don't follow up on it, that's breaking a commitment. That's trust for me. Okay. So trust is number 1. Number 2 is likability. I have to like somebody. Okay, I met Joe probably a year ago. I like Joe. I think he's a good guy. He's someone I could have a beer with. He's someone that I could, if I'd feel 100% comfortable referring him to people. And, that's something we've talked about. So we, got to do better. I have to do better at that. But that's right off the bat, if somebody turns me off, that's not going to be a good long-term strategic partner. Okay. E is expertise. Is that person an expert? Okay, I talked to Charlie for an hour. There's no question this guy knows insurance, that he is an expert, that he can help me with anything or anyone I know. He's going to take care of them, home, auto, etc., life, business, okay? On the other hand, I've met people that talk a big game, but when it comes down to it, they're really not an expert. They just got in, they fell into it, or they don't have, like Ross may not be an expert in telecom, but he sure has the backing. And it's not like you have to have all the answers. You can bring in Jim. Jim knows everything, right? So it's not about how smart you are necessarily. It could be how smart your team is. But the point is, you have to come across as an expert, and you have to be the real deal. Okay. N is network. Is the person you're networking with, do they have a network? Are they starting from nothing? If they're starting from nothing, that may be okay with you, because maybe you're starting with nothing. But for someone like me, and I'm not trying to have an ego or anything, this is just the reality of it. For me to network with someone who doesn't know anyone, it's going to be it's a tougher play. It's taking, a raw clay and saying, hey, I'm going to make, this huge sculpture. It's going to take a lot of work. I don't know that I want to put the time in at that stage. I can advise and I can offer them suggestions and invite them to come to events and do things to kind of massage the relationship. But as far as someone that's going to be on my dream team, strategic partner, probably not going to happen. Okay. Lastly is decision-making capabilities. Okay. Also, not the be-all, end-all of this list, but is it helpful when someone can actually buy from you, or when someone has the ability that knows other decision makers, other CEOs or presidents? I think that's pretty nice thing to have. So, again, if you're networking with someone that owns the company versus someone I just landed there yesterday. Okay. It's not everything, but it's a part of it. Okay. And again, if I'm in a sales capacity, meeting with other people in sales capacities, I think is fantastic. But there is going to be some pushback if you're in a sales role, depending on you're fairly new with an organization like Ross. Meeting with decision makers at high levels and trying to strategically partner with them, you're going to have to really bring some game to the table. And so you're going to have to work up to that point. Otherwise, they're going to be like, they're going to feel either preyed upon, or they're going to feel like maybe you're not ready for prime time, if you will. Okay. If you bring sparklers, it helps. Okay, for sure. So anyway, a good way to remember this is T-Lend, trust, like, expert, network. So when I'm talking with someone at a networking event, this is what I'm listening for. And then on top of that, I'm meeting with them for an hour. And I want to try to uncover this in that hour, okay, to know whether or not I want to move forward with them and take a next step, or I want to move it to a no, or a no for now, or we're just not ready, okay?